Finally! Okay. Give this a couple seconds. Okay. So, there we go. Perfect. Looks like we have somebody on. I want to say hello. We're just barely getting things started, so you're not really missing anything. Looks like it's Panda. Hi, Panda. How are you today? We'll see how Panda is in a second. I'm pretty sure Panda's going to say something fun. We like Panda over here. Panda's pretty cool. So, today what we're kind of just doing is just what do you do when you're waiting to level up? Because as you can see, my XP bar is at 72%, which I had no idea this was here at first, but now that I know that it's there, I'm like, that is totally cool. I can tell how soon it is until I level up. And, ooh, all right. Number 17 in top of the world, we're in the summit. So, as you get to your higher levels, there's always going to be those long, drawn out, it takes 2 to 3 days to level now days. So, suppose you've done everything that you can already to level up. There are some other ways to. I actually don't know how Snow is doing. Me and Snow broke up last week. That's why I didn't stream on Thursday, was because I was busy dealing with Fallout. And I don't want to talk about why we broke up or what happened right after we broke up too much, because it ended up turning really, really ugly. And yeah, me and Snow broke up. But I'm still. So, me and Snow broke up. There were some really ugly things passed back and forth. Hey, we have a couple more people. Maybe. Looks like we have a couple more viewers. So, hi everyone. It'll let me know who's here in a little bit. Just say hi so I know what's up. So, Snow is probably not going to show up on my streams anymore. We got Haku. Do, 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 do. But no, Snow is very likely not to. Is probably never going to show back up on the stream again. Um, a lot of feelings got hurt between us, and at the end of the day, it's a lot healthier for us to just be away from each other. And the faction that I was in is actually merging with the Auras faction, which is really cool because it means we're still up there. If I understand the if I understand what's going on, we can't work it out. It's okay. So the thing between me and Snow is it can't be worked out because one of us is not willing to seek the therapy that would be needed for us to work things out. The other thing is we seem to continuously trigger each other, which is extremely unhealthy. If you don't work, if you don't know much about PTSD, it's called post traumatic stress disorder. Often, a lot of people who have served in the military have PTSD because they have to kill people that are innocent, they have their friends blowing up in front of them and stuff. But also, PTSD can happen at other times in your life. And my PTSD stems from my childhood because I had a really, really crappy childhood. I I actually had to deal with some I'm still dealing with it. I'm working through sexual trauma, which I'm not going to dive too far into, but there's sexual trauma, emotional abuse, gaslighting. And if you don't know what gaslighting is when when somebody, typically a parental figure or a figure that you see as an authority figure, tells you that you're not feeling what you're feeling. It's like, I feel sad. Well, you shouldn't feel sad. You should be happy because blah, 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 blah. Um, it all goes back into that mental health aspect. Some people, there are some people who get the mental health help that they need and they continue to work on their mental health. And then some people, even if they are getting mental health help, they might not be moving forward at the same speed. It's mental health is a very serious thing. And if you suffer from depression, PTSD, anxiety disorders, anything like that, they're considered invisible illnesses, which means they're hard to prove that you have them. And it's not something like, if somebody if somebody broke their leg, that's a visible illness. That's something that you're like, okay, so no, they they they're going through something right now. They're sick right now. Unlike if someone has PTSD, it's hard to tell. And especially if they've adjusted to living with their mental illness, they'll see things a certain way. I'm sorry, Panda. I cannot answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question. Because what happened between me and Snow is between me and Snow. It is not actually one of those things for everybody out there. It's it's something that I'm trying to move past, and answering personal questions about it is not going to help anyone, really. But I am going to say that when it comes to mental health, people are either ready to do it or they're not ready to do it. And it's also one of those things that it takes time, and for some people, it takes more time than others. So there's that. I know people who have been in the mental health care here in here close to where I live for the same amount of time as I have, or even longer, and some of them have not made as much progress, and some of them have made much more progress. It's one of those things that it it really is kind of just one of those things that you kind of have to be careful with. So I'm not going to get into the personal stuff between me and Snow because, first of all, that's not fair to her. Second of all, it's not right. It there's some privacy laws, but and I actually do have to follow certain privacy laws because I used to be a medical assistant in the US, and because I know what those privacy laws are as somebody who has been a healthcare practitioner, I still have to follow those. As they've changed, I am still kind of responsible for making sure that I know the difference between the changes. It looks like we have a third viewer here today. I just want to say hello. Let me know who you are. Say hello in the chat. And do. Okay. So, moving on. I know sometimes we have a hard time seeing um, moving forward when we're in the game. Um, Unfortunately, we're not going to try to be friends in the future. That was put up on the table as an offer, and it was completely turned down. And I'm sorry about that. It's a little bit hard. Sometimes when it is possible for some people to be friends, like I am friends with some of my ex-boyfriends and girlfriends, but sometimes it's too hard for the other party, so they decide not to do it. Um, But I have tried. We have tried. And things just were not working out. It, it's just one of those things. It doesn't work out so much. Um, so things can get a little bit ugly or ridiculous or nitty gritty type. Uh, I I'm sorry, Panda. It's just not gonna work out. Uh, we're we're going to move on past this because I don't want to talk about this anymore. If you want to talk about fandoms, talk about nerdy stuff, I'm all for that. But we're going to move past the Twilight or or Snow and Me thing because this stream is supposed to be about playing games. It's not supposed to be about um my personal life. And there's some things about my personal life that I'm more than happy to share. Um but I don't want to focus on a relationship that is no longer happening or valid. So, some of the things, let's go ahead and move forward to what you can do when you are trying to level up, things that you can do to kill time. So, when I'm trying to kill time, get experience, one thing that I constantly go to is the bonus area where you get your online gifts. If you scroll down to seniority, you get this auto XP that accumulates over time. Yeah, Panda, I am not approving those comments because those are really ugly comments and we don't talk about that stuff. And if you continue to be that ugly, I am going to have to block you from my stream. That is super inappropriate. So, every 5 minutes, you can actually collect the extra XP. So, when I'm collecting the extra XP, I will typically make sure I collect it 2 to 3 times a day. And okay, we're not doing that anymore. So, a lot of times when there's more XP that I'm trying to get, sometimes I'll come up here to the top of the world. And when you do the top of the world battles, you'll see that sometimes you can get not just rewards so that you can increase your rating, but you can also use the rewards to buy things in the honor shop, which will help increase your rating. Sometimes all you can get is like the heroes and stuff. You can also work on crafting objects, getting your crafting up there. And because when you get your crafting higher, it not only increases your rating, but you're allowed to have much better items. So if we go down here to equipment and we go to crafting, each crafting thing that you can do has its own max level. And as you can see, currently you have to be crafting level 9 to create the level 120. And the game does things to help with that. I want to say hi to the new viewer. Welcome. Please feel free to join chat. Let me know if you play Rise of Queendom or if you're just looking. If you want to watch them, you can. Looks like Starlight decided to join the stream. You're welcome to watch the streams. I'm not going to ban you from watching the streams. There's nothing wrong with that. So, when you're trying to reach those higher levels, some of the best ways that you can reach the higher level faster is by increasing your rating. And as you increase your rating, you're going to see other things going on. So the higher your rating, that's fine. That's fine. The higher your rating, the more damage you do, which is one of those things that happens continuously. So if you ever are trying to figure out ways to increase your rating or see if there's another thing you can do, show you once again. You come up here next to your profile picture and you click this plus button and it shows you different ways that you can increase your rating. There's enhancing the costumes of the children, which if you haven't figured out how to enhance those costumes, I'll show you in just a second. You can also still upgrade your heroes, and as always, you can refine your gear. Refining your gear always will increase your rating. The better your gear, the better your rating. And as you can see, all of these are different things that you can do to increase the rating. So there's hero specific things, and as you can see, I'm like 161%, which I don't understand. Oh, so it will show you where everything is leveled up. Looks like I can enhance my destiny and Zishi's destiny, which will help me get a little higher. This also shows what your rating is compared to other players in the server, and it will also, as you go down the list, you can find all sorts of different things. So the equipment of your hero is awesome now. Okay, I have my hero's equipment maxed out as best I can. I can still advance Wei Zifu and Zishi's equipment, so it shows that I can go to the forge. It will also show you if you can enhance your costumes, and as you can see, I got a really full wardrobe. Most of my costume pieces are getting enhanced. Honestly, the change, this is just changing your clothes. And then this will also show you what costume pieces need to be advanced. And if you hit go on any of these buttons, it will take you directly to what you're looking to, what it's trying to tell you you can enhance. So when you are going after treasure or something, anything really, just make sure that you know what's going on. So this actually tells me that these certain characters, there are better treasures for them. And when you go and you're looking at treasures, you're going to find that there's some things that will work a lot better than others. So Li Guan, this is not the optimal treasure for him, but if you go into your archive, you can actually look and you can select things by what you're actually looking for that player or hero. And you can preview each weapon. Now, when you're looking at the different weapons, some weapons will work better with certain heroes. So, Li Guang is his weapon, if you actually look in his biography, is a bow and arrow. And as you can see, there's this cherry bow. So if I wanted to tame the cherry bow, I would have to do it through different events, which is great. Looking through different events is always going to work well. So once you figure out how to obtain the shards for the cherry bow, if you're going for Li Guang's weapon, it says events, but when it says events, there are all sorts of ways to actually get different weapons and to get their shards. If you go to your backpack, go into the treasures and look at the shards. Okay, so the shards don't occupy any space in the backpack, so it's fine to collect shards as much as you want, as fast as you want. And the way you can get the different shards, a lot of times by participating in Lord Chaos. In the events, you can do stuff. As you disassemble, let's select all. Sometimes it will show you a shard if you do disassemble a certain amount of treasures. Typically, what I like to do is I will keep at least one of each orange treasure, specifically because they're rare treasures. They're really hard to get. I know that you typically find the Phoenix Mirror and the Lotus Pendant when you combine things in your bag. So the treasures come from these shards. This is one treasure shard, and it's it's a treasure box. And then you have the advanced shard, which gives you an orange class treasure no matter what. You also have the class shard, which when you craft one of the class shard boxes, you get to decide what class that treasure that you get is from. So it lets you decide what the treasure is. And then the purple treasure shards, it always gives you this box, which gives you one of these treasures, which they're purple treasures. So they're rare instead of like ultra rare. So it's one treasure at random. So as you can see, it gave me the mermaid tears. So as you upgrade your treasures, they also get better and better stats. So treasures are a really good way to enhance your rating. With your heirs, it will tell you what your heirs need. Right now, I only have 2 heirs. Elizabeth needs a costume, and the costumes on the kids need to be enhanced because they're not enhanced right now. It will also show you what other things you can do, such as increasing your skills, doing the agenda, the palace agenda, which is when you do things around the palace. It's under the schedule tab, so it's this screen. And the attributes that you're trying to make better are all here. And then if you need ingots, it shows you how to get ingots. To get XP, it's going to tell you what you can do to get XP. Now, say you're doing the main story. If you look right here, I can't do the main story any farther because it's not going to be available until I hit level 115. So, when I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I want XP. Okay, I can't do the main story, so move on to the next thing. Side stories. The side stories come up, and there's only certain side stories for certain levels. So while you're leveling up, getting XP, that's one good way to get XP is the main story and the side story. Those give lots of XP. If you do palace travel, which that's when you're traveling in the group around the palace, you get a large amount of XP there too. But you can only do a certain amount of palace travels and still get experience. Even though it's a lot of experience that you can get, you still need to pay attention to whether or not you're continuing to get experience during palace travel or not. You can also get XP with the group travels when you're doing the hunting, royal hunting, and through the Lord Chaos. And that is what it is. When you perform kindnesses for people, you get a certain amount of XP, but as you can see, you only get 5 chances per day, except for things like pray. So one of the things that you can do... Oh, it looks like we have Commander Root in here today too. I want to say hi to you, Commander Root. Welcome. Feel free to say hello. Let us know if you play Rise of Queendom. And it looks like we also have Streamers area. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream. We're talking Rise of Queendom. If you know anything about Rise of Queendom, feel free to pipe in and have fun. So, with your interactions, you can purchase more interactions, but it's going to cost you the gold ingot, which is fairly normal. And the amount of chances that you have left each day is affected by what VIP level you are. The higher your VIP level, the more purchase chances you get, but also pay attention with the purchase chances, because each time that you purchase, let's see, we just did greet. Each time that you purchase, there's a chance that the gold ingot price will go up. It goes up with certain things. You can buy extra prayers, extra recommend, extra greet. And if you don't know what your VIP benefits are, just go to the shop up here, go down to purchase, and when you click VIP, it shows you what your total amount of chances are. So be sure to pay attention to those, because those are going to be very, very helpful. And if you go all the way to VIP 16, VIP 16 shows the max that you can. So you have 9 chances in total for wealth and fortune, 80 chances available in refreshing the sales. Your growth fund is available, which that becomes available at VIP 3, which is why I always suggest get yourself up to VIP 3 and then buy the growth fund, because the return is just ridiculously good. It also shows you how many times you can inspire. You can ask for rematches in promotion. You can increase the maximum amount of friends. And this is one thing that I've always disliked about Rise of Queendom, is they limit the number of friends you can have. I understand them limiting the number of heirs, the number of playmates, the max amount of playmates that you can have. Say you reach VIP 16, it's only like 10. It's only like 10 or 12. I don't know why 12 is in my head, but that's one of those things. You're also limited to the number of photos you can have in your album. And if you don't know what your album is, just click on your profile, go to social. Wait, no. I know how to do this. Life? No. Charm is not it. No, it's community. Community is social. So, if you want to add pictures, so you can click on your picture and you can have 4 different profile pictures that you can use. Take care, Snow. Have a good day. Looks like we're back down to Commander Root in Streamers area, which I am more than happy to hang out with y'all. Just let me know if you have any questions. So here you can actually add extra pictures, and when you have the extra pictures, I don't know if I have a picture I can throw on here. Hey, I do. Okay. And the game crashed. Of course the game crashed. That's okay though. So just get it to reboot. I don't know how you guys. So, yeah, I know I make random noises when I'm doing things, but I kind of make random noises, period. So, here you can add different profile pictures for your community. You can also look at the posts, which, if you go through and you like other people's posts, if the box is closed, you have a chance of getting whatever is in the box. If it's open, it just helps you show your support with your friends and stuff. If you go to the album, this shows you, this is the album where you can have pictures that just kind of stay with you forever. And of course, I have Toothless and his girlfriend right there. Now, each week you can like these pictures, and what I one of the things you do is you go to the photo wall here and you like whatever pictures are available. And if you do this every week, you're going to get some extra stuff for increasing your rating, and you also can earn flowers. And you're supposed to like at least 5 pictures per week. But not only that, if you go over to the rankings, this will show the different pictures that have the most likes on them and the most comments. If you go to the weekly, it doesn't look like we have anything in weekly yet because it's Monday. Everything reset. But during the week, depending on whether you're first, second, or third, you can actually earn extra gold ingot. So it is worth going to the trouble of loading the pictures. And if you want to share these pictures, just hit share, and you can share to the world chat, or you can share to your faction chat or friends. So make sure to do that, because the more votes that you get on some pictures, the better chance you have of getting extra gold, which I don't know anyone who doesn't want extra gold. If you don't want extra gold ingots, I think you're a little bit crazy. But that's okay. That is perfectly okay. So, continuing. Other ways to get ingot. So you can grab up red packets sent by people. If you get all the stars in biography, so like right now, soon as I get this last star on Wheat Weizifu, I get to collect the last 30 gold ingots here. And on the common level, as soon as you get everything perfectly cleared, you actually will get a little trophy that will help you in the honor trophies. And you get a little trophy here in encounters. And as you can see, the more trophy points you have, you get extra stuff. So one of the things that I'm working for right now is I'm trying to get that last 10 trophy points so that I can grab my 800 ingot, which will actually help me buy additional things in the game. And I know I'm always talking about what what you should and what you shouldn't spend your gold ingot on, I am always going to lean strongly for the stuff that is permanent, stuff that you can keep permanently. So, going back to the XP, you get your 20 fishing tries per day. Royal hunting, you can do over and over and over again. It actually gives you more faith points than traveling in the palace, and you're more likely to get XP in the royal hunting and the Lord Chaos because you have to restart it every 5 turns. So, if you are trying to get more XP, trying to get more faith points, I recommend going after Royal Hunting and Lord Chaos. You also get some XP from doing the daily quiz and some XP from the biography. Now, with the biography, sometimes when you complete a chapter in the book biography, you also get a small boost to your rating, even if it's only 200-300 points being boosted. It's definitely worth going through the trouble. And the thing is, with biography, these points refresh throughout the day. You can also purchase stamina, which will help you level up a little faster. Also, etiquette. You can also purchase additional music points. It's 50 ingots for 50 music points. My first account, I spent all my ingot on music points. And in that server, I am actually easily ranked the #1 in the etiquette rankings. Now, with the etiquette rankings, things that you need to pay attention to is the amount of stars that you have and your total score. But I haven't worried about that here in this server because I'm focusing on other things. And other things are never bad. Other places where you can get XP where it might not tell you can get XP is almost always you see me battling these guards that are on the palace map. Let's see. This should be down in here. Okay, so there's these assassins and mystery men who are just kind of there in the palace. So you can fight 5 of these guys per day, which is a really good thing because they give you silver, they give your heroes XP, and they give you XP. So when we fight, it's not going to show right now, but it's like when you're doing the bandit chief or boss bandit. It's one of those little things that you can do that gives you a little bit of extra. Sorry about the phone going off. So, and as always, we love collecting flowers because flowers are nice. Flowers are good to have around. And let's see. I think as you can see, millions of ways to collect. I love that this game has actually put this here. What do you want to increase? You want more ingots? Do you need more XP? Is your rating too low? It tells you what you can do. And it's awesome. As we all know, the cooking, it's its own thing. And as you do these, you get experience and you can use the items that you craft in your house. You can use them to armor up your heroes. You can use them to increase the rating of your heroes because the food, if you go into training and you go down to tonic, you'll see that the food is actually listed with all your little pearls and tonics and such. After a certain level of, after a certain attribute level, food might not become useful anymore. But the higher level food does become more. And the other things that you can do, like if you are stuck and it's like, okay, I'm 86%. So I can actually increase my rating by this much. There's 2,176,901 rating points that I can go up so that I'm on par with the top players. It shows you if you want to get points, where to get points, resources, get skill XP. It shows you everything. If you want heroes, it shows you where you can get heroes, where you can get gems, and the fact that it shows you so much that you can still do to increase your rating is one of those things that I really do absolutely love, because otherwise the only thing that I can do is I can hop online and say, oh, I have 73%. I'm only 73% of the way there. I can go in, I do all my dailies, and maybe all my dailies actually don't get me as high as I want to be. So we'll do this real quick because it's part of the dailies. There are still ways to get experience. As you complete your dailies, if you just saw what happened, I gained XP just by opening a treasure box. You get XP from doing everything in the game, and you don't have to worry too much about it because there are always going to be ways for you to blah, 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 blah. There are always going to be ways for you to earn XP. And okay, some of it might not be the funnest, but at the same time, go ahead and give it the try because there are random honor trophies that you can earn. It's the good thing about this game is it's like a sandbox. You have all this area where you can play, where you can do whatever you want, where you can say, I want to be good in this. No, I want to be good in this. And if you get bored focusing on one area of the game, don't be afraid to move on to a different area of the game because we all get burnt out. We all go, well, this part of the game is no longer fun. I don't really want to do it, or I'm doing it just out of habit. Okay? We all do stuff just out of habit. It's one of those things that happens. So, I guess just in closing, what I want to say is don't give up on the game. If you are stuck trying to get like that last 2% to level, go do things. Hold a banquet, because during the banquets, you get stuff. You can do the free banquet, and even if you just do that, when you do these banquets, so let's see, this one is tomorrow, so let's just say we'll do it at 8:30. Okay, we have a banquet. Let's invite people. Granted, I'm just using the stuff that's free, but you can invite whoever you want. You can invite your playmates. Okay, I can only invite those guys. Oh, I hit the wrong spot. Invite your playmates, invite your friends, invite your faction. Just don't ever really give up on things. There's always something that you can do. And if you literally get to a point where there's nothing to do, try a different game. Heck, go try Fate of the Empress. It's a fun game. It follows similar gameplay to Rise of Queendom, except its graphics are like 200% more. But never give up, because even if you don't know what to do, it's like, oh, I need to do my flash events. Okay, I can go do those. I only did the top of the world once. Okay, maybe I should do that a little bit more. And just know there is always something going on. You can always find something to do. It's all a matter of going, what have I not done? And if you don't know what you haven't done, check your activeness. Okay, I still have all of this to do. Check your fun. Oh, I have points in biography to use up. I have points in flower fair to use up. There is, yeah, no, we're not buying followers. There is always something that you can do. So that's everything that I've got for y'all today. But I do want to say thanks for joining us. And oh, there are a couple of announcements. I may not be able to stream at 9 a.m. on Mondays and Thursdays anymore. I am picking something up. I'm helping out some friends from my husband's work. And what we are doing is I'm going to be taking care of some kids, which will make the streaming a little bit harder. But if you have any opinions on whether I should just create additional streams and post them at specific times, or if I should change what times are going to work best. So I'm not entirely sure what my new schedule is going to be, but as soon as I know, I am going to post it. I am also going to be looking for a little bit of help. I am going to try to find one or two moderators to help me with my stream so that when things aren't running smooth or when I have nothing to do or when I start babbling too fast, I'm looking for a couple moderators to help keep me slowed down and focused and yeah. But if you're interested, send me a message. If you want to join my Discord, I'll be posting that in the description. Don't forget, if you like what you see, give a thumbs up, a like, follow. Doesn't cost anything to follow me. I let anyone who's on my Discord have free access to certain guides and such. So feel free to join me. Hope you all have a great day. I will catch you later.